Okay, I'd like to have a bit of a chat with you now about family chats. Now, when GPs are talking to their patients, it's actually quite analogous, really, in a lot of ways, to when parents are talking to children as well. We are both, the GP and the parent, are both acting as a guide, or aiming to be acting as a guide. We're not really there to be a boss. The GP shouldn't be saying, this is what you have to do and I'm telling you, so therefore it goes. Just like a parent shouldn't be talking to their child in that manner as well. So when we're showing this guidance, then we're really teaching or displaying to the patient or to the child that we're showing them respect. And that will help communication improve in terms of the quality. Part of when GPs are consulting is that they really want to get their patient's agenda out as effectively as possible to elicit all of the patient's concerns. And if we do this, then by asking questions like, is there anything else, particularly early in the consult, then that will enable the consult just to work better in terms of communication. In parenting, the technical term that's used for this sort of approach is to have a planned conversation. That is a conversation that is planned in advance, where all the parties know that it's going to happen. I actually prefer to use the term family chats, because I think it's a bit more informal and a bit less technical. So I think that my patients tend to sort of warm to that term better. They kind of work, how do they work? They kind of work like a workplace review, that everyone knows that it's going to happen in advance, and that everyone knows that they're going to have a say, and that we're going to talk about what's going well and what's going not so well from all the different parties' point of view. How do we actually do family chats? Well, first of all, the child has to be old enough to get what's going on. So generally they start working about school age or older, so from 5 years or so onwards. And sometimes when the child goes to school, that can be a good reason for family chats to start appearing on the scene. The adults, if there's more than one adult, the adults get together and make sure that they're on the same page about some of the issues that may arise, because you don't want to be having arguments between the adults in front of the child when it's being discussed. But they're scheduled, that both parties are aware that it's going to happen in advance, and maybe they can even sort of think about it a bit and prepare a little bit. That it's in a neutral environment, it's not in the child's bedroom, it's not in your study, that it's done when maybe people aren't tired and stressed. It's a neutral environment, like around the kitchen table or on the veranda. All phones are off and all screens are off, so that there's minimal distraction. And they should be brief. They should only be, maybe a few minutes, because we don't want them to become too burdensome. What about the actual content? Well, the content of a family chat basically is each person having that chance to say, okay, Johnny, what do you think you're doing well lately? What are some of the good things you've done lately? And what are some of the things you think you need to work on a bit more or have been a bit of a problem? And then the parent says it as well. And try and get some common ground and figure out what you're actually agreeing on, because both parties may not be aware of that common ground or the areas of difference. When that is all then out on the table, then we try and get as much agreement about what we're going to aim for in the next period of time. And then finally we finish off by saying, okay, when's our review point? That we'll do another one of these chats, say in 2 weeks or a month or whatever it is you decide. Now, they can seem a little bit awkward at first, but they can also be very useful, and people can tend to get used to them. Usually after about 2 or 3 times, the child starts to realise that this isn't going to be an attempted ambush by the parent, and actually it can be a time when they can get more of a voice and can air any issues or grievances they may have. And particularly in children that have some behavioural issues or that there are some relationship issues within the family, that they can be sorted out in this slightly formal but useful way.